The boys are finally back in action this Saturday after a very boring international break. Ahead of our match against Hearts, we have a lot of stories to cover, which includes some big Arne Engels news. Not only that, we will also go over all the latest stories from Celtic in the last 24 hours. But first, make sure you like this video and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Viljami Sinisalo could be in line for his first SPFL Premiership appearance this weekend, with doubts surrounding the fitness of Celtic's first-choice goalkeeper Kasper Schmeichel. The Danish international left the game against Portugal on Sunday with his arm in a sling, casting uncertainty over his availability for Saturday's league clash against Hearts at Celtic Park. Sinisalo, 23, was an unused substitute on Tuesday as Finland drew 2-2 away to Lithuania in World Cup qualifying. He has largely played a watching brief since arriving at Celtic, with his only appearance coming in January's Scottish Cup tie at home to Wraith Rovers. That match ended in a comfortable win for Brendan Rodgers' side, and the young keeper was rarely tested. The situation could be quite different on Saturday. Hearts will arrive in Glasgow with plenty to play for and looking to exploit any weakness the Hoops have. Celtic, meanwhile, want to begin their final steps towards the title, and it starts with Saturday's tie. Brendan Rodgers has 3 goalkeepers in his senior squad: Schmeichel, Scott Bain and Sinisalo. With Bain also yet to make a league appearance this term, the manager may be left weighing his options carefully depending on the veteran Dane's fitness. Celtic have a busy period ahead with the league campaign entering its final phase and a League Cup semi-final on the horizon. If Sinisalo is handed the gloves, he'll be expected to step up quickly and show he's ready to handle the pressure at the top end of the Scottish game. 2 weeks after Make Naroki started his first SPFL game of the season, we could now see another league debut at Celtic Park. The defender was thrown into the Glasgow derby with Austin Trusty and Liam Scales out injured, and he acquitted himself well despite the result. Now for the main story, as Celtic midfielder Arne Engels is believed to have joined the club in the expectation it would lead to a move to the Premier League soon. The 21-year-old joined Celtic from Bundesliga side Augsburg for a club record fee of £11 million, Sky Sports in the summer. In spite of the immense pressure placed on the young midfielder's shoulder, having not only become the club's record signing but also replacing the popular Matt O'Reilly, Engels has been brilliant for the Hoops. A stunning performance against Aston Villa in the Champions League underlined the Belgians' quality, but the former Augsburg man may not be at Celtic Park for much longer. Speaking on the PLZ Soccer podcast, former Hibernian forward Tam McManus explained how Celtic and Rangers have found a strategy to secure young talent by offering them a pathway to bigger clubs and leagues, saying, "I think that when younger players come to Celtic or Rangers, it's a stepping stone probably to the English Premier League, which is the biggest and richest league in the world." That's how they've sold that to him from the Bundesliga to Celtic, saying, "You're going to play and you're going to play in the Champions League." Celtic allowed Kyogo Furuhashi to join Rennes for £10 million without signing a direct replacement in January. Instead, having re-signed Jota, Brendan Rodgers has moved Dazen Maeda to a more central role, allowing the fan-favourite Portuguese attacker to play in his more comfortable left-wing position. With money to spend after selling Furuhashi, Celtic are planning on signing an A-list striker this coming summer, with Rangers potentially enjoying the benefits of a large transfer kitty. If the 49ers Enterprises takeover is successful, the Hoops may be spurred on to invest more this summer. This season's Premiership title race has been a one-horse affair, with the Bears lagging behind all season, but some new signings and the new life a takeover would bring may introduce more parity between the two sides next season. In other news, Celtic supporters are planning an official protest this Saturday in response to what they describe as the continued criminalisation and repression of football fans in Scotland. The demonstration is set to take place outside London Road Police Station at 1:15 p.m, just hours before Celtic kick off against Hearts at Celtic Park. This latest move comes on the back of a week where tensions between Police Scotland and sections of the Celtic support have reached boiling point. A joint statement issued by several fan groups, including the Celtic Supporters Association, the Green Brigade, and other ultra organisations, described a premeditated attack on Celtic fans at last week's Glasgow derby. Supporters report they were subject to heavy-handed policing tactics, including kettling and mass detention under Section 60 of the Public Order Act. The protest, organised under the banner of Fans Against Criminalisation, calls on all Celtic fans to stand together against what they see as the overreach of law enforcement and the coordinated efforts to suppress supporter culture. The demonstration will take place shortly before Saturday's Premiership clash with Hearts, which kicks off at 3 p.m. We at Celtic here are asking as many fans as possible to show their support. This isn't just about ultras or any one group, it's about the criminalisation of ordinary football fans who simply want to support their team without harassment. This comes at a time when many within the Celtic fan base believe there is a growing trend in Scottish football of cracking down on fan groups who do not conform to the agendas of football authorities and police forces. The recent incidents have sparked anger, with calls for a formal review of fan engagement policies across the country. The Celtic Supporters Association, one of the oldest and most established fan groups connected to the club, has thrown its weight behind the protest, which should not be underestimated. With thousands expected to flock to Celtic Park for the SPFL fixture against Hearts, organisers are hopeful for a strong turnout at the protest. They believe a clear and unified message must be sent to those in power. Football fans will not accept criminalisation and repression as part of the matchday experience. The demonstration is expected to be peaceful, with organisers encouraging all participants to act responsibly while making their point loud and clear. And lastly, wrestler and former UFC fighter CM Punk made headlines in Glasgow on Monday night, not just for his appearance at WWE Raw, but for once again showing his affinity for Celtic. The wrestling icon, who previously turned heads by stepping out in a Celtic training top during a past visit to the city, took it a step further this time. Decked out in the famous Celtic home shirt, Punk was inside the Hydro, proudly sporting the hoops, along with a custom WWE Championship belt bearing Celtic-inspired detail. The American seems to have picked his side in Glasgow. While the spectacle of a wrestling star in Celtic colours already had fans buzzing, Punk raised the roof when he made his allegiance crystal clear. In a moment that delighted fans of both wrestling and Celtic, he declared, while he knew there were two teams in Glasgow, Celtic were the superior team. Celtic reposted the video on their socials. This isn't the first time Punk has embraced local culture while on tour, but his clear affection for Celtic continues to stand out. With WWE's popularity growing in the UK, having one of its top names championing the club is a unique crossover moment. Celtic fans, what are your thoughts on what we discussed in today's video? Let us know down in the comment section below. That does bring us to the end of today's video. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel for more Celtic content. Thank you